The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of PLAAY Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back, everybody, as we get set for game 3 of this series is the Montreal Canadiens of 1976-77 currently lead the Boston Bruins of 99-2000 by a 2-0 time frame lead. As with 24-14 left on the clock, it looks like we may be able to get to a game 4. But let's see how long it takes for us to play game 3. Without further ado, let's get to it. Start the clock. And we begin with a visitor scoring chance of a 45. Any visitor player with a power play circle star symbol creates a power play goal. Yikes. Boston does not have a power play circle star printed on any of the cards. So that's going to do it for the 5th minute of the first period. And we move on to a quality check for anybody on the Habs against player 3, which is Andre Savage. And we're looking for power. So I say pick your poison at this point. So I think we're going to give that to Doug Riesborough. He's going to win that one as he moves in on John Graham, who needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. To keep this game knotted up at a big fat goose egg between the two teams. We got another quality check, this time between Tremblay and Jumbo Joe Thornton, for skill. Both have skill, and that's not good. If you're Boston, you need a player like Joe Thornton to be out there. They're active on the active out on the ice here throughout this matchup if you want to gain an advantage here. And we move on to the next segment. We got a visitor scoring chance of 51. Home player in 1, that's shut. He stops a goal chance by the Bruins with a quality roll of skill or a square. He does have skill, and that is probably going to seal up the deal there for probably this time frame and this one for the first period as we head to the second. Still a score with no score yet up after 20 minutes of play. Home scoring chance of a 46. Visitor defense player in 1, that is Mikko Eloranta. He stops a goal with a quality roll of hits or a square. Yikes, he does not. Otherwise, it will be a goal. Montreal gets on the board early in the second period here as they lead the Bruins 1-0. And let's see who scored the goal. For third best shot rating. Well, either way, the best shot rating is Doug Jarvis. So and tied for the third best is either Chartrand, Roberts, Nyrop, or Bouchard. So we're gonna roll the red die, and 1, 2, 4, or 5, a 3 or a 6 is a reroll. So the goal is going to go to Roberts, and how many assists are we giving out? 2. Jarvis and Nyrop are going to be your assist takers for that goal. So the Habs lead 1-0 as we move on to the next portion in this segment. with a home scoring chance of a 35. Home player in 3 creates a goal. That's Pete Mahovlich with a quality roll of hit or a triangle. He does not have hit, but he does have a triangle. So he's going to be moving in on John Graham to hopefully make a play save as Mahovlich shoots. And Graham makes the stop. Wow. The goaltending coach of the Boston Bruins was wheeling and dealing to hopefully keep Graham in this one for more than a few segments here, unlike the first game here at the Forum in Montreal in this time frame. So we move on to another home scoring chance of a 25. Choice home player rolls for a goal using assist stars +2. Well, I am definitely giving that one to Guy Lafleur as he has an opportune chance to roll for a 2, or excuse me, roll for a 4 or a 5 with a decide or die dot to hopefully score a goal. Oh, it's a 5. He needed a 5 with a dot in order a 5. Excuse me. I rolled a 5 blank. Unfortunately, Guy Lafleur needed a 4 or a 5 with a dot to score the Habs' next goal to make it 2-0. Unfortunately, John Graham makes the save, and we move on to the next segment. We got a penalty check between anybody on the Habs against Mikko Eloranta. Well, they could either tie or put the Habs into the box. Dot, I'm going to do this. We'll say this. Dot, we tie. All right, we're going to put somebody in the box. Unfortunately, we're going to say Rick Chartraw will go to the box as Mikko Eloranta will move in on Michel Larocque, who needs to make a 4 or a 5 with a dot to make the save. He does so. What a penalty kill that was by the Habs. We move on to the next segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 26. Choice visitor player choice visitor player rolls for a goal using assist stars +2. Oh, guess what? I'm giving that one to I do want to keep that triangle in the power play circle out there. So I'm going to give it to Anson Carter, who needs to roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in order to give the Bruins their first goal of this time frame, finally. Oh, and unfortunately, not the case. Not yet, as the Habs keep their shutout streak alive. Keep their shutdown streak alive as we move to the third period with your score still 1-0 here at the Forum in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Penalty check between players 5 and 3 to begin this third period. We got Bouchard with a 0.5 and Savage with a 0. Oh, it looks like Pierre Bouchard is going to go to the penalty box as Andre Savage will move in on Michel Larocque to hopefully score the Bruins' first goal of this time frame. Does he do it? Oh, 4, 5. Yes, he does. Scores. Michel Larocque needed to roll a 4 or a 5 with a dot, so Andre Savage will get the Bruins on the board. It is a tie game. Let's see how many assists. So 2. It looks like we're going to give 1 to Samsonov and Darren Van Imp. So the Boston Bruins shut up. So the streak of scoring a goal is over. The Boston Bruins do get on the board finally. It took them a while, but time, those who wait patiently are, so it is a power play goal by the Bruins, tying the game up here in game 3 at 1 apiece. Quality check this time between players 5 and 3. That is Van Boxmeer and Jumbo Joe Thornton, 4-star. Between those two, nobody has stars. So that will do it for this segment here in the third period. But nonetheless, we are tied at 1 apiece as we move on to the next segment. We got a quality check between players 2 and anybody on the Bruins with speed, skill, smart, and star as Guy Lafleur looks to have some competition. So I do want to keep Carter out there. So I'm going to give that one to Axelson as both guys, as we're looking for speed, and both guys, Guy Lafleur and Axelson, have speed printed out on their cards. And we move on to the next segment. Quality check. Or excuse me. I'm sorry, we have a penalty check. My fault. Between players 2 and 5. That's Tremblay and Hal Gill. It looks like Tremblay is going to go to the box. Tremblay is going to go to the box as Hal Gill moves in on Michel Larocque, hopefully to give the Bruins the lead here. Does he do so? He does! Hal Gill gives the Boston Bruins the lead of a score of 2-1, even though it's not over yet. The Montreal Canadiens can climb all the way back in this one with 13:23 left. Let's see how many assists. 2 assists. So Carter and Eloranta will get the assist on the Hal Gill goal. Or, excuse me, yes, on the Hal Gill power play goal. So both goals here in the third period have come on the power play for the Boston Bruins. As we continue on here in the 15th minute of this period, with a quality check between players 3 and 4, that is Riesborough and Don Sweeney. And we're looking for smart. Neither of them have smart. And we move on to the final segment in this one before moving on, hopefully, to the empty net mini chart. Home scoring chance. A 26. Choice home player rolls for a goal using shot stars +2. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give that to Guy Lapointe as he has a shot of getting a 2 or a 3 with a dot. Now, a 3 with a blank, or excuse me, yes, 3 with a blank through 6 will send this game to the empty net mini chart. It will. So Guy Lapointe, unfortunately, did not score the goal. So, yeah. So he rotates, and we go to the empty net mini chart. Keep your eye on this number right here that's highlighted. It's a 10. And the game is over. Stop the clock. Boston, praise to thee. You have won a game in this time frame with a final score of 2-1. Wow. So with 11:31 left, we will have time to hopefully play out one more game in this time frame. And it looks like Montreal is going to send out their best goalie coming up in the next game for Game 4. Ken Dryden will be making his next start in this time frame. Once again, your final score for Game 3 is the 99-2000 Boston Bruins 2 and the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens 1. Stay tuned for the Bitty Beer Game 3 summary presented by Bitty Beer, your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please drink responsibly. Big taste, Bitty price, City Beer. And also stay tuned for Game 4 coming up right after this.